Hello, scholars. Welcome to Friday, lesson 65 in our blue reading mastery book. So, pause for a moment and grab your book and packet if you don't have it and get to lesson 65. That's where we're going to work today. Lesson 65, column 1. Be careful, column 1. It could be hard to find. It's the only column today, isn't it? All right, word 1 has a suffix. The root word is slump, and the suffix is edt, making the word right, slumped. When people slump, they slouch and do not sit up straight or stand up straight. Slumped. Slumped. Word 2 is a homophone. It's the word pale, but not the kind of pale like you have a pail and shovel to help build your snow fort. Pale like not referring to the kind that's a bucket, but things that are whiter than usual. Right? If the sky is a pale blue, the blue is a whiter blue than usual. And so if a person looks pale, their face looks whiter than usual. Pale. Word 3, the root word is sip, and again the suffix is ed, making the word right, sipped. Take a sip of your beverage right now. Right, a sip, just a little drink, because perhaps it's hot, or you just need a little bit of it, a little bit of water, a little bit of coffee. Word 4 also has a suffix. The root word is scary. The suffix is est, making the word right, scariest. 5 also has a suffix. The root word is smoke, and the suffix is ed, making the word right, smoked. Number 6, is the word tea. Maybe you have tea instead of coffee in your mug. Tea. And number 7 is a name. It's the name Terry. What name? Good. All right. If you want to practice any of those words again, press pause for a moment. Otherwise, we are moving today right into our story as we continue with the adventure of Wendy and Sydney. The title today is Sydney. Where is she? The woman asked as Wendy and the others got out of the vehicle. Who is the she that the woman is talking about? Oh, right, Sydney. And who is the woman talking to? Yes, Wendy. Wendy led the way to the edge of the rim. She pointed down. She's right there, Wendy said, and pointed. But Sydney was not where she had been. Uh-oh. Wendy could see the rock that Sydney had been hanging onto, but Sydney was no longer hanging onto that rock. Sydney! Wendy yelled over the radio. Where are you? Sydney! The others started to call. Then Rod said, Be quiet and listen. Nobody said anything. The only sounds that came over the radio were the sounds of people breathing. Then, suddenly, a small voice came over the radio. Help, it said. It was Sydney's voice. There, Rod shouted and pointed straight down. Just above the rock that Sydney had been hanging onto was a little cave. A foot and a leg of a spacesuit were sticking out of that cave. Sydney must have climbed up the rock and into that cave. Fasten the rope to the front of the vehicle, Rod told the other man. I'm going down. The other man took one end of the rope and tied it to the vehicle. Then Rod tossed the rest of the rope over the rim. Down and down it fell. The end of the rope reached the surface of the lava. It touched a part that was bright orange. The end of the rope smoked for a second. Wendy could see that the end had burned off. Oh my goodness. So, everyone, what color was the lava where the rope touched it? Yes, orange. Is orange lava hotter or colder than the gray parts? Right, hotter. And what happened to the end of the rope that touched that hot orange lava? Yes, it burned right off. Let's continue. Rod slid down the rope very fast. For a moment, it seemed as if he would slide right into the lava. He was swinging back and forth just a few meters above it. Some of the huge bubbles that were breaking sent strings of lava very close to him. He kept swinging until he was able to swing right into the little cave. Wendy could not see him now. She saw Sydney's leg disappear, and she could hear Rod talking to Sydney. Are you hurt? He asked. Just a little bit, she said. But I'm very scared. I don't blame you, Rod said. Climb onto my back and put your arms around my neck. There, that's good. Now just hang on tight and I'll get you out of here. Rod then called, Terry, back the vehicle up slowly. Back away from the rim. So, scholars, I just passed the blue star. Are you tracking? So, what's the name of the man to whom Rod is talking? Right, Terry. And what did he tell Terry to do? Yes, back up the vehicle. If Rod and Sydney hang onto the rope, what's going to happen to them when the vehicle backs up? Right. Can you all picture that? This is the vehicle, and they're hanging down here, right on that rope. As the vehicle backs up, right, the rope's going to pull, and it's going to lift them up. That makes sense, right? All right. So, scholars, find that blue star again. The next new paragraph starts with Terry ran to the vehicle. I want you to pause right now and read the rest of this story to yourself. I've got a few questions for you when we're finished. All right. How did Sydney feel when she got inside the space station? She's got some mixed emotions, right? She's feeling tired, but she's also feeling glad. And how did she say she managed to get into that cave? Yes, she had climbed in. Last question. What did Rod give Sydney to drink? Correct. Tea. All right, scholars. That's the end of our story for today. Join me now for our packet work.